like it says from the title, um, it's an eating lab, but this is more of just a relaxed, chill stream. So we're not gonna do anything too crazy on here. And plus, y'all, I mean, sometimes I do a little bit crazy things on here, but not really like often and all that stuff. Um, but um, today I'm just gonna take it easy with you guys. Because I haven't felt 100% really much today. But I hope everyone's day has been going well on this Monday today. My day's been okay. The first half was pretty good, but then, excuse me, probably about around like two, around like probably like 2:01 this afternoon. Um, I began to notice that my head was just hurting. I was getting a headache around that time. So I'm like, okay, let's take a motion like I would do. And right now, and so for reference, you guys, I took a Motrin like I would do. And usually the thing is, y'all, if you, let's say if your headache's not doing anything within the 6 hour window, because usually with medications, mainly Motrin, you can take it every 6 hours. And right now, if it was just 2 o'clock that I took it, that puts me at like, and at the 4 hour window. So right now I'm at the 4 hour mark right now. So basically I can't take another Motrin until like 8 my time, until like 8 p.m. Texas time. And so um so basically it's AK Central time for everyone, by the way. Um but yeah. And so it's one of those things where I mean, some medications, like I said, you can take every few hours, but not all medications work like that. It's just certain meds do it. Like Motrin, you can take between like every 6 hours when needed. And so, um, anyway, um, and y'all, even from like the hour, I think from the moment I woke up till about now, I have had this lamp on. Like, I've had the one, I'll show you. I've had that lamp on most of the day today, which is funny. I actually did test it. I did test Meta one on just to see if my if my head was gonna even function with that one on. But yeah, tested out and oh yeah, kind of was. I was a little. I feel like I was a little bit sensitive to it, but yeah. So I just kept the other one off. And plus, y'all, this lamp does the same job. Like it does the same amount of work as my other one because aka it also has the settings, the three settings on there. So let's say if I want it lower, I can have it lower, or if I want it in the center, I could, or just normal high percentage of it, then I will. Like right now it's at the high percentage, and right now it's not making me too crazy at the moment, but still, you know. Um, and also, if anyone on here is new, by the way, welcome. And if you are a returning guest who's been here before, or even if you're one of my mods as well, welcome back. Um, but, um, yeah, so that's what's going on there. Um, anyway, that's just what's happening there. Um, like I said, y'all just bear with me throughout the live. And even around like 2 hours ago, when I went to feed feed my neighbor's cows, because in my neighborhood, one of our neighbors that's like behind us, that's like straight this way behind us, they have cows, and they're really cute, and we actually feed them. Like, I actually feed them cow treats that you can get at like um your local feed store, but also you can get them at like Tractor Supply. And so we feed them the kind of cow treats we have, which really it's any kind really. But yeah, I feed them the cow treats we get. I actually kind of get these ones from our local feed store, where basically you can get like hay from, you know, and other things like that. But yeah. So anyway, yeah. But anyway, yeah. So yeah. And so kind of around that 4 p.m. window, that's when I really began to notice that I just really fell off. And I mean, it was funny was I was already out there just I'm like, you know what, let me sit down for a minute because I just needed to for a second. And then just sit there for a few minutes. That's when I really felt it, y'all. It was just, couldn't. And so, yeah. Like right now, it's doing it right now, but it's fine. I love you. I love all you guys, and plus I'm coming on here anyway. But like I said, the only times I really don't come on here is if I'm sick or something, or if I just don't feel too good. Yeah, like if I just don't really feel the best. Or let's say if I had plans around the day that are crazy, or just if life happens itself. But that's really about it. But I do go live on here every other day, so if anyone ever wants to know the stats of when I go live, it's about every other day. So after today, I'll be live on Wednesday next. Yeah, so basically after today, I'll be live Wednesday. Sometime Wednesday, but I really go live really and also if you ever ask me what timeline specifically, it's really any time zone, really. I don't really have like a Pacific hour, because it's the thing is I live with my parents, and so there's times where maybe I'm having to do something in between. I not always in the evening hours, but throughout the day, or if something comes up, for me, who knows how it all goes with it. But yeah. Sorry, my dog's being insured. But yeah. Let me grab my water while I'm at it. And also, if anyone is for those of you who are gonna start coming in here pretty soon, be sure to hit the like button up here. Also hit the subscribe button down below. Also hit the notification bell in that same spot, and make sure it's on all alerts, so that way everyone can get, like, make sure that your notification bell settings are set to all notifications, so this way you can be up to date on every live stream, every video, every short everything on my channel that happens, y'all can get first alerts of when. And plus, y'all are the only, y'all are like the only people that get updates like that. Like, for reference, that's, like I said, y'all are the only ones that get those updates. Nobody outside of here gets those, unless if they subscribe. Then that's a whole different story. So just know that. Y'all are the only ones that get these updates. Nobody outside the channel does. Unless if they hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. You know. And we also do encourage, we all do encourage to have new people definitely join the channel as well to keep building our community on here, because at the end of the day, y'all, this channel is not, I'm trying to say booned into thing, but like, this channel is not just a channel, y'all. This is a community. Alright? Sorry, my dog's being a turd again. But yeah, like I said, this is a community, y'all. So the more people we get on here, the better. I don't want one day for something to happen and all numbers start to go the opposite route. I pray that never happens on here, because, at the end of the day, I'd rather not be showing low numbers. I'll be showing high numbers. Because the higher the numbers, the better. Which means good. Which is a good thing. You want to see high numbers in a channel, not low numbers. Because if you're seeing low numbers, then that tells somebody that their content's not doing the best, or they're not pushing. Like, they're not doing a manageable push amount to their viewers, Because some people might act like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, y'all. Just the same typical, and all of a sudden they're not getting any view status at all. Not even through their videos or shorts, But the more they push themselves to go out to their viewers and say, hey, please help me out by liking and subscribing to my channel so you guys can get all the future updates, like I say to you guys, because a lot of the things I'm saying to you guys, I'm saying it because that really helps push people. But like I said, it's not like an extreme pushy way, but helps out encouragement to help us with all of it, because I don't want the day coming again, well, not really again, but any day really, it could happen, where everything goes from the current amount to 0 or even lower than that. And plus, y'all, the thing is, I can't go live with lower amount of subscribers, because the only way you can stream like that is if you have 50 plus subscribers. Like, you gotta hit 50 and then you start. And not just less than 50, You just gotta keep pushing limits. But yeah. I'm also drinking water, by the way, to you guys, so I'm also making sure that might help some of this too. But, yeah. And also, you guys, just to give everybody an update on AJ, by the way, because a lot of you will ask about him. We're only about, let me think. We're only about, let me check. Today's Monday. Hang on. Tuesday, Wednesday. So about 4 days, y'all. Oh my god, I'm thinking off the bat. We're only 4 more days until he's out here. Hey there, Pixie. I see you're new. So welcome. How are you doing? Yes, you guys. Y'all heard it there. Only 4 more days until he's out here. AK, my boyfriend, for all the new followers who are just coming in here. Hearing that update. yeah, I'm very excited, you guys, because he'll be out here for Thanksgiving break. Um, which I'm very pumped, y'all. And also, you guys, this is our second year. Like, this is our second year that he's been out here for Thanksgiving. So, again, I'm just pumped about it. And also, we're gonna get to, like, for example, if y'all are wondering what we're gonna do when he's out here, we're gonna be going to church the next day. So, me and him and my neighbor are all gonna be going to my church together, which I'm very pumped about. And then I am planning on bringing him to, because I guess at my church we're doing a Thanksgiving dinner there that same Sunday, but like in the evening hours. So I'm planning on bringing him to it, and it's fun. It's fun doing stuff like that, and also when you get to hang out with friends and just be in the moment like that. And also, for those of you who are seeing my bangs like this, just so everyone is aware, my bangs are not like this usually. The times I do have it to the side is if they're sweating or if I got out of the shower. Like right now, I don't know why I've gotten to the side right now, but I just do. So yeah, mind that for like a few. Um, but yeah, a lot of you guys have not always really have seen that side of me much. But also, y'all be sure to be hitting the like button as you're coming in here as well. Thank you so much. I already saw that. Let me just move this out of the way real quick. And also, y'all feel free to ask questions. Don't be scared to, because that's how everyone on here gets to know each other. And all I say with questions on here is don't ask inappropriate ones. Ask questions that are like good ones here. Like, it can be any, but just don't go the opposite route of that, okay? Or also, don't ask questions that might make somebody or myself feel uncomfortable, because all of us here have went through something in our life that somebody might not be realizing or asking something in the lines of that, you know? Somebody might not be realizing or asking maybe a question that maybe, let's say, they experience something along the lines of that and it just makes them very uncomfortable, or they just get traumatized by, like, because also there's been some people who've went through traumatic backgrounds or just things in their life recently that they might not feel comfortable speaking about, you know um and like I said, I rather keep this channel a safe environment for everyone to join than just you know us just letting those just feel that. That's why with my channel, that's why I say a part of a couple of my rules is to not be disrespectful, because what if somebody said something that hurt someone else in this chat or myself really bad? I don't want to be one of those content creators that just has chaotic chats with just hate responses every few minutes. I mean, let's just say I did have that happen a couple times in like a while back ago, but finally since then it's finally slowed down a lot better than it has. So I'm very thankful to the people now in here who actually are not rude in this chat. So thank you very much, because that's actually very helpful. I'm not gonna lie, because y'all, a lot of us here are all ages here. Like, some of us are in the teens, some of us are adults, some of us are young adults, like myself. Like, I'm only 20, for those of you that ever wonder. And so, the thing is, even for adults, really, I'll tell you this too, is, sorry I talk fast in between, so mind that as well. But y'all, as a young adult plus adult, I am that for everybody. I want to make sure that this is a safe environment for y'all to come into, and not just letting it happen, because I'm not the type of person who's gonna hurt y'all or let y'all feel hurt by someone else in the chat or myself saying something without me realizing it, you know? Because that's just not how it works here. It really doesn't. Let me look at the let me check the chat real quick. You might remember me. I might remember you. Okay. Sorry, Han. I might remember Pixie. I'm trying to think. Sorry, I get so many people in here every day, so it's like I can't remember. I really am trying to think off the bat because I have so many followers that come in here on most lives. Okay, hang on. Oh my gosh. Gabriel, welcome back. How are you doing? I'm sorry. Y'all, YouTube has done like YouTube's been wild these days now, actually putting a lot of people's handle more as their name now in like the comments. So a lot of the times people I've seen their names come up before will look a lot more different. So trust me, if I'm not spotting your profile the best or your name possibly, and let's say you are a returning guest, let me know before I start butchering it off the bat. Because, I'm not going to be the person who does that. Because, YouTube is just doing a lot of updates these days. So, yeah. But I'm glad to hear you're doing well too, though. Let me fix my chair. I think. Sorry, I was fixing my chair because it was wanting to shrink. I kind of hate when it does that. That was my little level. Because y'all know how, like, office chairs are with the level that you can make it go all the way up or down with. Y'all, this chair, this is a good chair, I'm not gonna lie. And all that, but occasionally when I'm just sitting normal or if I'm leaning into it, not really on it, it will want to go, push, it will kind of want to sink down, making it go kind of down. And so, there's times I'm kind of having to get up just to make sure it's up where it's supposed to be, Because for me, y'all, the level that's in here, I have it all the way up. And what's funny is, y'all, yeah, it's funny. It's funny to me, I'm only 5'3" and I literally had this thing all the way up to the highest it goes. And it actually does well. Like, it actually does do pretty good like that. Because and plus, this chair is not, like, too high. So I'm not worrying about my legs, like, not touching. Like, they're thankfully touching the ground. For someone being that short. So, and plus, that's what you want in an office chair, too, is a good chair that will last you a good little bit. But also, let's say if you're working on stuff and, occasionally it does drive me crazy after a couple hours. But that's only after a couple hours of sitting in it. But, overall, though, it does well. Just if I want to sit for a few minutes in it, or like for example, doing a stream with y'all on here, and just that's just kind of what we do in terms of it all. But yeah, pretty crazy. So yeah, but hang on, let me fix my shirt just a little bit too while we're chatting. But I hope everyone's doing good. But yeah, like I said, though, you guys, the update with my boyfriend's been doing really well. We're only 4 days away, though, until he's officially out here for Thanksgiving break, which like I said, I'm pumped about. And so this week's goal is just to get, like, each day this week from now to Friday is just, and a little bit of Saturday possibly, before we get him, is to get, just to start to get certain things prepared, like get things prepared for his arrival, like making sure that this room's looking good and good and ready to go, because y'all know we're gonna be in here a lot, chilling quite a bit. And so, of course, I want to make sure it's a comfy environment for him, and also make sure things are out of the way so we're not tripping. Because, I mean, even though my room's not like a mess, but still, it's just making sure it feels a good environment. It feels nice, just to feel cozy on. Because that's really an important thing when it comes to preparing for an arrival like that, is to make sure it looks spotless as possible, or at least a good percentage of that. Excuse me. But yeah. But yeah, it's just making sure that like trash is out of the way. And then also, if I wanted to fix a couple things to rearrange around the room, I could. Or add in something that either I've had but just don't, switch it up a little bit. Just to make it look like a different environment, but you're in the same room still. Yeah, it's all just the little things when it comes to preparing for the final day. And so, yeah. And also, hopefully, making sure I'm set to go, like, hopefully, knock on wood, sometime this week, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe anywhere from Wednesday to Friday, hopefully, I can try to have my mom touch up my hair dye I've had, because, a lot of you, in a few previous videos and streams and all that of me, I've had, like, a dark violet in my hair. Like, you see, like, there's a good little bit of my bangs still, and some in here, but not everywhere. Like, a lot of it's now turned into my old color now, because, anything purple or red or stuff like that don't last that long. Unlike brown, other colors. But, I'll show you guys if you can see it. But yeah, like, there's a little bit of it in between. At this point, it's like streaks of it at this point. So, like, there's a little bit in between here and here. And so, yeah, it's just making sure. And plus, I also need to get my bangs trimmed, because, okay, ow. Y'all just saw them live, but just actually, I'm gonna get some freaking nasties now. But, anyway, yeah, even another goal for me I want to try to have done too by the end of the week is to have my bangs trimmed and thinned out so they look nicer. Because y'all see, they are touching my brow. Because look, when y'all see it at that point, that tells me it's time to trim them up again. Because y'all love my bangs, but I'll tell you, I don't like them when they go to my brows. Excuse me, golly. But yeah, I don't like when my bangs touch my eyebrows, because it's just it drives me kind of crazy, but also it's just weird it's just a weird sensation right there. So sometime this week, hopefully, I can try to get that done too. But yeah, just little things like that with me personally. That way I'm still looking hot put together by the time he gets here. But yeah. So, anyway, let me get some water break real quick too. But yeah. So, but yeah, it's just, like I said, it's just stuff like that. Let me put it out here. But yeah, it's just the little things like that we're just trying to get settled in here. So, like, like I said, making sure that the room's looking all tied up and good, and just everywhere itself looks good. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather it not. look like a total chaotic mess when he gets in here on Saturday. Ugh, bitch. But anyway, um, yeah. So, um, yeah, but that's what's happened there. Um, yeah. But anyway, that's just what you gotta do. But, yeah. So, that's just what's going on there. Um, but yeah. Um, and also, y'all, all I've done today is just I cleaned all the windows, like all the main windows in here. Um, and then I just got to relax after that. Um, but yeah, I just got to relax afterward. Um, then, what else did I do? Yeah, I relaxed, and then y'all, let me say something that was funny. The funniest part, y'all, I will say today was at some point. It was at some point this afternoon, like a little after I cooled off from doing all of it. The funniest. Okay, who on here has had this happen to them before? And it literally could be the funniest thing in your head. You know, okay, who on here has had that? Who is okay? I'm trying to think how to personally say this. Who on here has had a certain thing they start craving for, like a certain food of some sort they crave for some reason out of nowhere? Like it could be out of the blue, but oh, I feel like your brain, you literally start like your brain goes, why am I craving this right now? And what was funny was, while I'm saying that, for some reason, a little after, my gut, I don't know what my brain was thinking, but all of a sudden, I don't know, for some dang reason, I was craving popcorn out of nowhere. So it was a crazy thought. I'm like, okay, you know what? We're going for popcorn for like a late afternoon snack kind of thing. Um, yeah, pretty crazy. And so, um, yeah, it was wild. So, yeah, and what was crazy was we did have those like the movie theater popcorn bags you could get like from the store, but we actually had the mini bags of it. So it's the same popcorn like you would get, but the only difference is instead of it being a lot larger of a bag, it's a little bit more smaller. So you still have the same variety amount of popcorn like you would in each bag, but the only difference is the only difference of it that makes it mini is the bag size is a lot more smaller, like more like medium size than like the standard size bags, which are actually pretty cool. And so it's just like I said, it was funny how I was literally craving popcorn just out of the blue. And so I'm like, you know what, let's do it. So got it open, microwaved it for like a minute, and I'm like, alright, doing it. And so yeah, I came in here. I just kind of watched videos through social media while eating it, just chilling. I mean, y'all, like I said, all of us adults have something that we crave. Either if it's foods, certain foods, or if it's like anything related. But I mean, y'all, our brains, it's impressive how much it can really make us think stuff. But yeah, and so man, my head hurts so bad. Yeah. Y'all, like I said too, mind this too, because even I've been having to put up with a headache for at least I want to tell myself 201. Hang on. I'm trying to remember this math again. Yeah, 4 hours. Yeah, so right now I'm at the 4, like I said. Actually, it's about to be 5 hours at this point. Like 4.5 to 5 hours now. But like I said, I can't take another round of Motrin or any other kind of medications not till 8. Like, not really till like 8 p.m. Central Time, because, the way certain medications work. And the thing is, you can't really take meds like that or else you're dead by the end of it. But, yeah, but the thing is, Motrin, you can't really take it like constant like that. But like an example, let's say if the headache is still there within, like if it's still there around that, like if it's still there around that 6 hour window, then by like literally by that time after, but then when it's past the 6 hour mark and if it still hurts, that's when I know, okay, take another one, see what happens, and then but don't try to do it where it's like constant. Like, just do it like every now and then when you feel like it needs it again, because there's a lot of like little ways to do it. But yeah, so but yeah, that's just kind of, but like I said though, y'all, I think headaches with me, um yeah, like really with me, I was kind of, I feel like I was thinking this was more of just my epilepsy side effect stuff, but honestly, this could be, I don't know, honestly, thinking about it, this kind of lasts a lot longer. So who knows? It could be that, or it could be a migraine coming on too. Like that's been coming up for a couple hours, but I can always really look this up too, because I mean, it's just one of those things where it makes you crazy. You've got to do it. But anyway, though, I'm probably gonna get off live though, because I'm really starting to not feel too good again. But like I said, I will come back on Wednesday next, and we can continue. Like we can actually continue talking without possible interruptions like this. But yeah, so a big shout out to everybody who came in here, and I will see you guys back at it on Wednesday. So